Hey there guys, how's it going, and welcome to a new Black Ops 2 Gold Gun video. Today we are having a look at the TAC-45, a very popular gun in Black Ops 2 multiplayer in terms of a secondary. Anyway, I can actually tell you this gun originates from San Jose, California, and how can I tell you that? Because it says it right there on the side of the gun. A little bit of a kind of thing that I wasn't expecting to see when I zoomed in on the side of the gun there, but what do you know. So a nice quick look at it with a reload in slow motion, pretty much covered in gold all over the top. Obviously the side bit is still black. I don't know if that would be because it would be plastic or whatever. I don't know quite the makeup of the gun's design itself, but it doesn't look too bad. Not one of the best looking gold guns in the game, but still pretty decent. So on to the main reason we do these gold gun videos, and that is to break down the weapon. Let's find out what's good about it, what's bad about it, what's the best game style, and what are the best perks and attachments to use with this thing. Now, in general, I will have to say, just a bit of a disclaimer, this isn't actually my favourite pistol. My favourite pistol is still the 5.7. The 5.7 is better over range, it has less recoil, it has more bullets in the chamber, but that doesn't mean to say the TAC-45 isn't very good at what it's meant to do. But in terms of using it as a primary weapon, I much preferred running around with the 5.7 than the TAC-45. So let's have a look in the bottom left-hand corner. I've got some of the statistics of the weapon. Let's just go over those, some of the important numbers that are going to affect our little loadout and things that I'm going to suggest here. So this is actually a very high damage pistol. It is a 2-shot kill over close range. Most of the time at close range you're going to notice it's a 2 or maybe 3-shot kill, which is very deadly and definitely this weapon's strength. But it does have poor damage at range. It drops off to 6 shots at a distance, and I did tend to notice it feels like it drops off quite quickly. Some commentators do go into numbers, and that is very good if you want to know the exact numbers, but when you're in the middle of the game, you're not really going to be able to work out what is going to be a 2, a 3, a 4-shot kill, so you just kind of go with the distance. I tended to at least fire 3 or 4 bullets into people at most ranges, sometimes 2, most of the time I found it was 3 or 4, because sometimes you find that you miss as well, and that is another thing that I don't really like about this weapon too much. It only has, I think it's a 10 bullet magazine, or around there. I can't remember the exact number because sometimes I use extended clip. I don't think I am here, so it's probably a 10 round magazine, and that's not a lot really. When you're quickly spraying, when you're in that desperate situation when you found yourself one-on-one with someone and you just want to kill them as quickly as possible, you will find you tend to spray and pray. So all of this kind of moves us on to the most effective way that this weapon works. I found that this is probably best used as a backup to a sniper rifle or an LMG. And just a quick note before we move on to the whole build that I'm going to suggest, none of the other statistics are too interesting with this weapon. It hasn't got an incredibly fast reload or incredibly good aim down sight time. There's nothing crazy about it like that. So let's move on to the whole build thing and what's best to use with this. Now, I think that this gun can go without any attachments, and most of the time I would say go without an attachment on it because it's pretty effective as it is, and personally I would much rather spend a point on a perk or maybe a C4 or flashbang, something like that. So I would say most of the time no attachment needed, but you can stick the long barrel on it. That's going to help you with the range. Obviously it's going to make a 2-shot kill a little bit further than it would be normally, and that can't be a bad thing. But also a good suggestion is a fast mags, which is very good as well because it only has 10 bullets in each magazine, and suppressor, as you can see here. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer because I do get it in pretty much every gold gun video I do. What I'm running around with in the actual clips is not what I'm suggesting is the best thing to do. It's just literally gameplay that I got while running around. I was hoping that this gun would be very good as a kind of stealthy option, and that's why you see me running around with it with a silencer, but I tend to find after using it for quite a while, although I get these good clips here, it's not really what the gun's great at. So I'm going to suggest a class instead, so really make the most out of this weapon, and I'll show you towards the end of the video the specific creator class setup that I actually suggest to make the most of this as a backup pistol. So let's talk about that creator class setup. This is going to be best used as a backup to a sniper rifle or LMG for a few reasons. First of all, obviously, if you miss your shot at long range, you're going to be able to just pull this out really quickly. It has a quick draw time, which means it actually switches out from the sniper rifle to the LMG quite quickly. And then if you pair that again with fast hands, it makes it super quick. So although you see me running around with it here as a primary, it really is a great backup pistol. That's what it's meant for. It's not meant to be a primary weapon, and because it's just so good, you can just get it with fast hands, smash it out, and then drop people really quickly. Also, obviously, if you're using a sniper or an LMG, you've got a slower movement speed, but then when you've got the pistol out, you've got full movement speed. I think it's full movement speed anyway. Sometimes the percentages are a little bit off, but you are definitely faster than you would be with, say, an LMG or a sniper rifle. And let's go through this scenario, for example. This would be a good time to use the silenced TAC-45. Say you use an LMG and you run into an area where either there's going to be lots of enemies or there's going to be someone who doesn't know that you're going to be running up behind them. If you want to just quickly take them out in close range, it's much better to switch out to a silenced pistol rather than just spraying your LMG all over the place and letting the enemy know where you are. So that would be a scenario where it would be good to use this. And obviously, if you're, say, using the ballista sniper rifle or maybe any sniper rifle, and you've maybe missed the first shot or you've perhaps got a hit marker on them, using fast hands you can mega quickly swap out to this weapon and just easily finish them off with a few shots of this pistol rather than having to take another sniper shot, which can be a little bit slower. So the creator class setup that I definitely recommend has fast hands. I mean, fast hands is brilliant anyway. Not only obviously do you swap out your weapons faster, but equipment usage is a lot faster. And we all know how powerful C4s are in this game, how good flashbangs are in this game. So fast hands is a brilliant perk to use in general. But here we have my perfect setup. This is actually my perfect sniper setup. I go ballista with laser sight just to tighten up that hip spread. You can see my perks there on the right hand side, and there's the TAC-45. I just think this is a good setup in general. And here's a couple of clips of more general usage with the sniper. There's not a lot of clips here because I'm not actually the best sniper that you can imagine in the game. It's not really my thing in general, but I want to show you a little bit of a few clips with an ideal creator class setup instead of just like talking about it as if what's the best used as a primary. So I've given this weapon a 7 out of 10. I don't know what you guys think of it. Maybe leave a comment below. Tell me what you would rate this weapon. Obviously, you can suggest more gold guns that you would like to see me do. However, check out my playlist on my channel to make sure that you're not requesting something that's already been done. That's it for now. Obviously, don't forget to like the video if you support and enjoy this series. All of your support that you guys do show is really appreciated. It really appreciated it, and it really means a lot. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys soon.